The deadline for filing the GST annual returns and the reconciliation statement for financial year 2021-22 is almost round the corner, and taxpayers do not have much time left. We at Clear are here to make it easier for you. In this video, we will tell you everything you need to know regarding the Form GSTR-9C, from eligibility, deadline, details to be filled in, reconciliations to be done, documents to be submitted, penalties for non-filing, and much more. Hello and welcome. I'm Annapurna from Clear, from the makers of Clear Tax. For regular updates on GST, income tax, company law, and much more, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you are the first one to hear about the updates. GSTR-9C is annual self-certified reconciliation statement to be filed by GST-registered taxpayers with an annual aggregate turnover exceeding rupees 5 crore in the previous financial year. As mentioned earlier, taxpayers with an aggregate annual turnover exceeding rupees 5 crore in the previous financial year must file Form GSTR-9C via self-certification, except for a casual taxable person, a non-resident taxable person, a person paying TDS under Section 51 of the CGST Act, a person collecting TCS under Section 52 of the CGST Act. Taxpayers opted into the composition scheme. Also, the following points should be noted for filing GSTR-9C. The taxpayer must have a valid GSTIN and must be registered under GST. The login credentials of the taxpayer, that is username and password, must be valid. The taxpayer should have filed Form GSTR-9, that is GST annual returns, for that financial year. The deadline for filing GSTR-9C for financial year 21-22 is 31st December 2022. This deadline is subject to changes based on any notifications issued by CBIC. Until then, the deadline remains 31st December 2022. I hope you have found our video useful until now. If you would like to stay updated on the GST and income tax law and all things finance, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If a taxpayer fails to file their Form GSTR-9C, then he will be liable to a fee of 200 rupees per day, during which the default continues, rupees 100 under CGST law and rupees 100 under state or union territory GST law. Now, this is capped at the maximum amount of 0.5%, that is 0.25% under CGST law and 0.25% under SGST or UTGST law of turnover in the state or union territory. So, coming to the most important part of the video, what are details to be filled in Form GSTR-9C statement, or what is its format? Now, let's break down the parts one by one. Part 1. Basic details of the registered entity. Now, in this section, the trade name, GSTIN, and other such information needs to be filled in. Part 2. Reconciliation of turnover declared in audited annual financial statement with turnover declared in annual return, that is Form GSTR-9. This part comprises of 4 tables, that is Table 5, reconciliation of gross turnover, Table 6, reasons for unreconciled difference in annual gross turnover, then Table 7, reconciliation of taxable turnover, Table 8, reasons for unreconciled differences in taxable turnover. Part 3, reconciliation of tax paid. This part comprises of 3 tables. Table 9, reconciliation of rate-wise liability and amount payable thereon. Table 10, reasons for unreconciled payment of tax. Table 11, additional amount payable but not paid due to reasons specified under tables 6, 8 and 10. Now, part 4, reconciliation of input tax credit or ITC. This part comprises of 5 tables. Table 12, reconciliation of net input tax credit or ITC. Table 13, reasons for unreconciled differences in ITC. Table 14, reconciliation of ITC declared in annual return GSTR-9 with ITC availed on expenses as per audited financial statements or books of accounts. Table 15, reasons for unreconciled difference in ITC. Table 16, tax payable on unreconciled differences in ITC due to reasons specified in tables 13 and 15. Part 5. Additional liability due to non-reconciliation. Finally, we get to the Part 5, which consists of additional liability to be discharged by taxpayer due to non-reconciliation of turnover or non-reconciliation of input tax credit. Any refund which has been erroneously taken and needs to be paid back to government shall also be declared in this table, as well as any outstanding demands that needs to be settled by the taxpayer. If you are wondering how to prepare and file your GSTR-9 and 9C, our indirect tax expert Surbi Punshi has recently conducted a workshop on filing GSTR-9 and 9C and has answered all commonly asked questions by our viewers. We also have a step-by-step video where she takes you through all tables of GSTR-9C form. We have included links to the videos in the video description. Next, we move on to important reconciliations to be carried out before filing Form GSTR-9C. Now let me take you through them one by one. First of all, turnover. Turnover refers to the total turnover. Now this needs to be reconciled between audited financial statements and GSTR-9 form. Now it is important to note that the audited financial statements typically have turnover figures at a PAN level. Now a breakup at GSTR level for reporting in GSTR-9 and GSTR-9C. Any unreconciled differences that arise in this section need to be reported in GSTR-9C along with reasons for such differences. Secondly, we have taxable turnover. Similarly, the taxable turnover also needs to be reconciled between audited financial statements and GSTR-9 return. This is nothing but the turnover on which GST is payable on. Any unreconciled differences that arise need to be reported in GSTR-9C along with the reason for such unreconciled differences. Thirdly, we have taxes paid. This comprises of the reconciliation of rate-wise tax liability and amount payable thereon. For example, the taxes paid have to be bifurcated into various tax slabs such as the 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%, etc., as well as interest, late fee, penalty and other amounts paid need to be bifurcated. Now, if there are any unreconciled difference between the liability payable and taxes paid, same must be reported here along with reasons for such unreconciled differences. It is important here to check whether there arises any additional tax liability that needs to be paid now and the same needs to be paid using Form DRC-03. Fourthly, you have input tax credit. Finally, we move on to reconciling input tax credit or ITC. This step is very important and it is also time consuming. Now, businesses have thousands of purchase invoices every year, so this becomes a very important step. Ensuring accuracy is extremely important here. Now, taxpayers need to report expenses booked as per the audited financial statements with breakup of eligible and ineligible ITC as well as the reconciliation of eligible ITC with amount claimed as per GSTR-9 returns. This section contains various heads under which ITC can be reported and reconciled, such as the purchases, freight, then royalties, rent, insurance, capital goods, etc. Taxpayers can fill in the data under these heads or add other heads as relevant to their business. Now, we move on to the documents that needs to be submitted with Form GSTR-9C. You probably know that at the time of filing Form GSTR-9C on the portal, there is always an option to attach certain documents. Now, these are the balance sheet, then the profit and loss account or income and expenditure account as applicable, and any other document if relevant. It is important to note that all documents uploaded have to be in a PDF format and it shall be limited to 2 files per section. Each file must not exceed 5 MB in size. Almost every taxpayer is worried about filing lengthy Form GSTR-9 and 9C. Well, you don't have to be one of them when you can file it through Clear GST solution. Our solution offers users a host of exclusive features for Form GSTR-9 and GSTR-9C filing. Now you can enjoy a one-click download of GSTR-1, 2A or 2B, 3B and 9 data for multiple GSTINs across 19 months. Now we can compare different sources of data to determine the right turnover, net ITC available or claimed, etc. Select the source of data for filing different tables of the form. For example, tables 4, 5 and 9 can be filled from GSTR-1, the sales register, etc. You can prepare and upload data for multiple GSTINs in one go. File GSTR-9 return for multiple GSTINs on one screen. Get access to an inbuilt audit trail for easy reference in case of audits or notices, and much more. The Clear GST solution also has one-click AI-based reconciliation that match thousands of invoices within seconds and to claim 100% accurate ITC. Complete filing GSTR-9 in 1/10 of the time. Also auto-prepare the draft GSTR-9C from GSTR-9 returns and file in no time with Clear GST solution. If you would like to get a demo of Clear GST filing solution, then please do click on the link given in the video description of this video and enter your contact details. One of our product experts will schedule a demo at your convenience. We have now come to the end of this video. I hope you find this video useful, and if you did, then please do support us by subscribing to our channel. Also, please don't forget to click on the link given in the video description below to explore Clear GST filing solution for a quick and error-free GST return filing experience. Thank you.